Hey, I thought I'd do some closers today. I actually do still have one of those nightmare costume packs. So if any of you guys thought that I was out or something, I actually only had one person request it. So you can go ahead and request it in the normal way, and I'll try to get one to you as soon as I can. Now, I'm just going to do my dailies today, and then I'm going to do an RNG attempt to get back to plus 13. Now, if you're not aware, on the holiday rewards, I guess, what do they call it, banner, there's actually some really good stuff. There's 2 enhancement fortifiers, 2 transcendental elixirs, a shape memory device, which is going for a lot right now. It's definitely one of the nicest things you're giving away. And then a plus 13 booster. So ideally, you want to log on every day and get all this stuff, accumulate it all, and save the fortifiers. And then if you already have a plus 13, you can try for plus 14 with these. And maybe some extra fortifiers if you have them laying around. I think they actually just gave another one out. Yeah, they just gave out another one like a day or 2 ago. So you can combine those and make an attempt to get plus 14. Which is what I'm going to do right now after I finish these runs. I am pretty close to having the second piece of compound gear, so I'm gonna try to go on every day and get that done. I heard about the Beast character, the Lolly, and how I totally forgot that on the Korean version they only launched them with the first 8 moves, basically. So you start out the character and then you promote once at level 20, and that's all you have. It's really, really boring. So as much as people complain about the slow updates in this game, we actually get the better deal overall because we only have to wait like usually at most like a month for the special agent. Like Luna just came out like 3 weeks ago and we already have her special agent. So not a really long wait at all, especially since most people don't really max out right away unless they're really bored. I think next week is the official agent, and then after that is the special agent for the Beast character. No, it's usually really boring to play them at the start. You know, they do kind of give you some rewards and stuff for maxing them out, but it's not particularly interesting. I remember when Harpy came out, I did it with Harpy, and it was not entirely enjoyable. But they also use that time to get feedback about like what needs to be improved about the class. You know, some of these characters have had not the best movesets or passives or both, and it took a while before they were able to fix it. I think one of the biggest problems with this game right now is it's really hard to find a queue for the contamination raid. Like I could have easily had my my second compound trinket by now if I was able to get parties more consistently, but I guess I'm just not on at the right times. Usually what people do is they're on like right at reset and they run it then, but that's obviously not really something that everybody can do, because the server resets at 10 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time, which is also the time zone of the server. So people who, you know, if you live on the East Coast, it's not going to reset until 1, and if you're on the if you're in Europe or somewhere else, then it's going to take even longer. Now, obviously, a lot of that, this game doesn't have the biggest population, but you know, the raids only take like, it only takes like 6 minutes to finish, so it's not like a lot of other raids in other games where it takes a really long time, like at least half an hour or more. When people get their raids done within like 10 minutes of logging on, and then nobody else can really do it until the next reset. As far as I know, this game is actually doing quite well. They have enough people that spend money on the cash shop, myself included, and you really wanted to, you could spend a lot of money on this game, maxing out your character and stuff, but I've spent a pretty decent amount, and you've seen my characters, they're all at a pretty modest power level. Alright, so that is it for the gameplay. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to get a contamination party right now, since the reset's in about 3.5 hours. I'm sure most people have already done them by now, but I'm only 16 away, and on Tuesday, actually no, I need to do my Gremory daily. No, not Gremory, but Aura Une. There's a box you can get from the Aura Une event that gives you 10 of the reactive substances, so that's about, I think it's about 2 days or 2.5 days of grinding normally. So let me go ahead and show that off. So you get these roses and you convert them into badges, and then you can buy all these other things here. Now this title is actually pretty nice. 10% physical and psi crit, and then the attack speed's pretty nice too. So here's the one I'm talking about. You can only craft one of these a week, but it gives you 1 enhancement fortifier and a reactive substance. So you can try for plus 14, like I said, and then you can get a little bit of extra progress towards your compound trinkets. So this is nice if you're trying to get phase, trying to get the Zenith set. The phase fiber is pretty good to have. And this one is probably the best one, because it gives you a shape memory device, and you're going to need 2 of those per tier 3 item, so it's going to be a pretty big grind otherwise, or you'll have to buy them off the black market, which can be pretty expensive. So I would aim for at least one of these just to speed up your progress, since this one of the slowest grinds in the game is getting your compound trinkets. And then try to get this here, because shape memory devices are very valuable. Right now, what a lot of people are doing is they take one of these junk cores for the character, and they just get it to tier 3, and they don't bother with anything. The most that most people will bother with is maybe they'll take the chip slots. Like if you get like optimal slots for your character, then you'll carry those over. And then once you get it to tier 3, that's when you start doing the plus 13 and trying to tune it and everything. So it's actually pretty nice to have the shape memory devices, and you can just skip straight to tier 4 without wasting any other ones. And then finally, there's a loot box, but you can only get one a week, so most of your badges are going to go towards the other things I just mentioned. Alright, so let me go ahead and do my Aura-Une daily. This map's kind of annoying with the Lotus Trap guys, that the Venus Flytrap guys or whatever, that they break through your super armor. Like so. Pretty obnoxious. So the last character we have that's like finished right now is to get is Bai, and I guess that will probably be sometime soon, the next few months. I'm kind of excited for that character, but I haven't really tried her on the Korean version. You get some sticky residue from doing this as well, which is one of the biggest commodities right now, because you need those for a lot of the crafting items. Now, that was a pretty slow run. I wasn't really playing that well, and I got hit by the Venus Flytrap dudes too much. Well, you can finish it pretty quickly. You can only do one run a day, so it doesn't add a whole lot to your of time to your daily routine. So then you go to her. You get 32, which equals 10 of the badges. It's actually 11 because I had an extra 2. So that means it will take about 2 days to get this event box, so you definitely want to try to get one. And then this one I was just talking about, the elixir, that will take 5 days. And then if you have any extra, you can go for the loot boxes, but I think it's probably better to prioritize these. I definitely want at least one of these. That will guarantee that you can get to at least your core to tier 5 during this whole holiday event. And then just get one of these to kind of accelerate your progress with the compound trinkets. So I'm done on Harpy. I don't really care to do Gremory right now, unfortunately, so I'm going to go ahead and log on J and make a likely futile attempt to get to plus 14. It's at plus 12 right now, so what will probably happen is it'll go back down to plus 11. If it does, I'll make some attempts to get back up to plus 13, but now's a good time to go crazy with the fortifiers and stuff, since they're giving out a plus 13 booster in a few weeks. Go ahead and grab that fortifier. We really need some more storage space. Maybe once I pay off the next month of projects for the channel, I'll look into doing that. That's definitely one of the better things you can spend money on this game. The loot boxes actually they're not the best value. It's usually better to just buy guaranteed packages, and you can make more guaranteed money off those if you do choose to spend money on the game. Let's see what happens. Yep, and went down plus 11. So at this point, use a -1. How did I call that was going to happen? This game's so cruel sometimes. Okay. What I think is pretty dumb is that these don't work on gear above plus 13 or above plus 12, so you can't use it to get to plus 14. So they're like kind of pointless, and it's kind of weird how they're putting these in like the most expensive cash packages they have, and they really don't serve much of a purpose because it's pretty easy to get to plus 13, especially if you have a lot of resources. If you have a lot of EB2s or the enhancement or gear booster fuel 4s, it can be pretty easy to get to plus 13 as long as you kind of brute force it by trying multiple times. So I'm not sure why it's like that. Anyway, let me go through these free EB2s first. Alright. That did a whole lot of nothing. Got a lot of these saved up just for this occasion. I could sell them and make some good money, but it's better to just get it back up to plus 13. That way I can spend some real money on the game and get a bunch of fortifiers and then use that to maybe try. I might just settle with plus 13, honestly. We'll see what happens here. Jeez, things are like cursed right now. Went down. Oh my goodness, this game, man. The RNG in this game is not that bad unless you're like really trying to optimize your character, but it could still be a buzzkill sometimes. Alright, so it went back down, went up to plus 11, which is basically pointless. This is already off to a pretty bad start, I must say. But that's alright. I'm not really playing him much right now anyway, so this is all just stuff I accumulated from playing. I actually have the platinum, so I get one free loot box a day, and then sometimes the VIP housing feature actually will give you up to 2 loot boxes a day, so you can actually get a bunch of free stuff that way. Same thing again. Alright, well, his gear is back to plus 0, unfortunately. Let me see if I have a plus 10 booster on her. Kind of wish they'd make it a little easier to gear up more than one character, because sometimes this stuff gets really draining. I've only done it on 2 characters, and it's just took such a ridiculous amount of resources. It can get pretty draining sometimes. The game is a lot of fun if you can actually focus on more than one character. At the same time, it can cost a lot of in-game money and real money, depending on how lucky you are. My gaming budget is tapped for the month for the most part, so I also don't even really want to spend any money on this game right now, because I'm not playing it as much as I used to. Alright, so I'm gonna run through all these EB2s and see what happens. Maybe recording will give me some good luck, even though it normally gives me the ladder. I only have 6 left, so it's probably not going to reset again before then. I've gone from this taking literally 2 or 3 tries to taking dozens. I think this is definitely the latter right now. It's not even going down at the moment, it just keeps giving me junk. Last one. Gets contaminated. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop there, quit while I'm ahead, but like I said, I have one more of the Nightmare costume codes ready to give away, so if you play the game and you didn't already get one from last time, go ahead and DM me on Discord. You can go ahead and check my other video about that, or I'll go ahead and I'll post it in the description here too, and I'll give that out to you. I probably won't be playing this too much for a while. I'd probably just be logging on to get my reactive substances crafting items with Harpy, and then like I said, I'll be taking advantage of this event deal they've got here. There's a plus 12 booster tomorrow, and then a shape memory device. And then during the holidays, in about a week and 2 days, there will be another shape memory device. And then 2 days after that will be a plus 13 booster. So, regardless of how bad the RNG is, if you have a plus 13, this is actually the best possible time for you to try to get a plus 14. Especially if you have money to spend on other fortifiers. I'm not exactly sure what's on the cash shop right now. There might be some good packages too. Oh, this is some holiday package? This one's actually pretty bad. Elite status is kind of nice, but you need 3 of those to get Platinum. And the gardening vouchers are nice if you can get the VIP, but none of this other stuff is really... A lot of it you can't even sell, so it's kind of hard to make your money back. I'm not sure if the Elite status voucher is tradable or not. If it is, then you can make a pretty hefty amount of money there. Now, plus 12 and plus 13 booster is always weighted towards the plus 12, so I'm not even sure that's worth it either. The only thing you could really sell in here is the fabric treatments. The rest of the stuff is all character bound. Yeah, the packages are pretty bad right now. These are all just loot boxes, which, like I said, are generally the worst way that you can spend money on this game to try to, you know, convert it into in-game money. Normally they have they'll have packages in here, like they'll have a bunch of fortifiers or crafting items or EB2s and stuff like that. Those always sell for a lot, but loot boxes, you have a pretty high chance of barely breaking even if even that. Now, you could get a Zenith accessory and make a ton of money, but the chances for that are obviously very low. So I would not rely on that. If I were you, I'd wait for the wait for them to rotate in some new packages. Let's see when these are supposed to expire. Yeah, these don't expire for quite a while, another 2 weeks or so. So I would definitely wait till then, but for now, I'm going to catch you guys later. Go ahead and check the description if you want that Nightmare costume set, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.